All right, so Donald Trump spoke yesterday in Miami, Florida at a Hispanic leadership conference called the AFPI, Hispanic Leadership Conference. If you put Trump and Hispanic folks together, something weird is bound to happen. And this is one of the strangest speeches I have ever seen Donald Trump give. Beyond bizarre, super glitchy, his skin almost matching the red step and repeat behind the lectern. Everything about it bizarre. I have never seen Trump's brain glitch this badly. Here is the first example. Two glitches in one sentence. Trump trying to talk about during his anti-trans rant, saying without parental consent, he calls it parental consult. And then in trying to say he will oppose the Biden administration, he says administrating, and every time it happens, he looks disoriented. It's that glitchiness, and Trump does not look good, folks.
No teacher should ever be allowed to teach transgender to our children without parental consult. No, nobody has to have parental consent, and we will totally oppose the Biden administration, the Biden administration's sick plan to require.
Yeah. Visibly disoriented. And then at another really strange moment, Donald Trump seemingly stumbling on what the U.S. population is, confused about the American population, and kind of turns it into a rant about immigration to try to save himself, and just really looking confused up there.
We'll never be behind China, even though they have slightly more people than we do, like about 1 billion more. They have 1.5 billion. We have actually, our country is so crazy now, we don't even know how many we have. We have no idea. Because I believe the number of people that came into our country and will come in this year is 10 million people, not 3 million. It could even be 12 million people. We have absolutely no idea what it is. So it's hard to say how many people we have because we have no idea how many people have come into our country illegally. But we,
as you can hear, the crowd sitting completely silently. And I don't know if that's the most interesting rant to a group of Hispanic leaders. At another moment, Donald Trump told a completely bonkers story about how if he ran against George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, he would defeat them by 40 percentage points in some hypothetical time traveling election.
I remember a very famous pollster, very well-known, John McLaughlin, came to my office just prior to the plague coming in. He said, "Sir, if George Washington and Abraham Lincoln came alive from the dead and they formed a president, vice president team, you would beat them by 40%.
What a deranged statement. I mean, it's so dumb. It's like you can't even fact check something so stupid. And the idea that that's what a pollster is telling him, it's like you lost by a record number of votes to Joe Biden, who, as you claim, ran a campaign from his basement. How embarrassing. You're not defeating George Washington and Lincoln when you can't even beat Biden campaigning from his basement. Give me a break, dude. It doesn't make any sense. Trump then ranting about the Mar-a-Lago raid, and Trump says he's thinking as he speaks here, and that's a really dangerous thing for Trump to do.
You know, they spend all their time on nonsense, the FBI, on
nonsense
horrible things, and raiding Mar-a-Lago. Let's raid Mar-a-Lago, but leave the cartels alone. How about that? Think of this. I'm just thinking as I'm speaking. You don't mind if I go a little off script? No, but think. They raided Mar-a-Lago, but the cartels, they have their own Mar-a-Lagos, and those are fine. Leave them alone. Let them continue to destroy our...
It's interesting likening Mar-a-Lago as the physical center of a crime family to cartels. That's actually pretty fascinating. And as you all know, when Trump's on the teleprompter, it's a disaster because he can't read it. And then when he's off the teleprompter doing the free association, it's bad because none of it makes any sense whatsoever. Here's one more clip where Trump says the raid at Mar-a-Lago has given him a lot of free publicity.
Unwoke, and they should be penalized very severely for it. The banks have let the community down. I think they've let the country down. Biden is not only wrecking our economy, he's destroying the rule of law. You probably read and heard about the document hoax. Has anyone heard about the document hoax? Helicopters flying over Mar-a-Lago. Well, they've given us about $5 billion worth of free publicity, I will
There
say.
you go.
People said, that's a nice house. If it weren't so nice, they probably wouldn't be doing it because...
Probably not, as he says. And then last clip here, just total stream of consciousness, verbal ink blot.
Horrible. Of course, we'll make it prosperous again because we don't take our oil that's under our feet, Pamela, right? We don't take what's under our feet. I call it liquid gold. We go to them to get far inferior product that we refine in the United States. You know, we have the only refiners because what they have is tar.
Right.
It's very rough. It's not light and it's
Tarry.
not sweet. It's rough stuff. And they talk about the environment. So they go into Venezuela to get stuff that's really bad. It's refined in the United States. So if there is anything goes in the air, it goes in the air in the United States.
Right.
But even if it went to another country, it blows over. The whole thing is so crazy.
Yeah, we don't even know what you're talking about. It's so crazy.
What they're doing is so crazy. So we're begging Venezuela, we're begging Saudi Arabia, we're begging everybody for oil, and we have more than everybody.
Yeah. Remember, the truth of the matter is that domestic oil production has actually increased under Joe Biden from where it was under Donald Trump. Slightly. It's a small margin. The data is publicly available and you can find it. So really not looking good is Trump here, visibly confused and making very little sense, and the crowd seemingly recognizing it, sitting in complete and total silence. I often have a very hectic schedule, and I don't always have the time to plan the exact nutrition of all of my meals, but our sponsor, Athletic Greens, just makes it easy to make sure I'm getting the nutrients I want. I've been using it for almost a year now, and it's great. AG1 by Athletic Greens is a delicious plant-based blend of 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and probiotics from whole food sources. If I have just one small scoop of AG1 a day, I know I'm getting the nutrition and nutrients that I want that support all of the things that are important to me. The only alternative would be to take 20 different vitamin pills and things every day. I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. AG1 is super tasty. You can put it in a smoothie. I drink it straight. Achieving good nutrition and feeling your best does not have to be complicated. You can make AG1 part of your daily routine the way I have done. When you go to athleticgreens.com/Pacman, you will get a 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs. The link is down below.